activate. All right, and we need to create a new component. All right, this component is going to be the pin, and we're going to hit OK. All right, we have a couple options here that we could use some of the previous sketches for, but I'm just going to show you how I would start it from here. We got to create sketch, and I would truly start it on the inside component of that new cutout that we made. If you can see this cutout from our tape dispenser top, I'm going to start the sketch there. So we want to use both of those circles. So we can use create, project, and include, and hit project again, and click that surface now, hit OK, to add those two circles into our sketch. I'm going to take two more circles, and the placement of this is not as critical, but somewhere in this first quadrant in the upper right, we're going to click on the outer edge of the big circle and click the inner of the smaller circle. We're going to do the same thing out here, so from the outer one to the inner one, and this is our sketch. Again, these circles could be placed slightly differently. This is fine. Okay, we're going to finish our sketch, right? And we're going to extrude. Then we're going to extrude the inner circle and the two wedges that are cut out by those circles we created. And the difference with this, so we're going to change our extents a little bit. We haven't used this too much. So we want to make sure we're doing, the start is where it started, but our extent is going to be to an object. We're going to choose the outer face of the top dispenser so that it makes the same exact angle, right, as the outer surface of our dispenser. All right, we do need to remake the sketch to be visible so we can use it again. So I'm going to revisible that sketch. I'm going to turn it around and extrude that inner circle. Okay, and we need to come the opposite direction to an object out to that other side. So if I zoom out a little bit, we see it goes from one side to the other. We're making sure it's joined, and we have our pin. That's the whole pin. We'll hide the sketch and close that up. Okay, all right. Almost last little bit. We have one last component, so I'm going to come back to our top level. All right, we're going to create one more component. All right, this component is going to be the blade. This is where our tape gets cut. We hit OK. All right, our first piece is a sketch on the end of our dispenser. So this like top flat surface. Here we go. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to project this curve into our sketch. So I'm going to create, project include, project, and click that surface. Hit OK for our project. So now it's added this in. Okay, if you can see. If you want to, you can kind of hide this now so that you can only see that part of the sketch, if that helps you. And we have to add the little teeth. So I'm going to do a line, and I'm going to make two little lines at first. Okay, these are going to be equal to each other, and then the dimension is going to be from the point to the line. It needs to just be 2 millimeters, so these are going to be pretty little. And then the angle we're going to need between this one and the flat line is going to be 50. All right, now that we have one tooth, we could make them all out here, but it would be much easier to pattern this. So I'm going to come into our create, do rectangle pattern, right? Our objects are those two lines. So we select both of those little lines. Our direction is going to be this direction, this way. All right. I'm going to zoom out. We can drag this down. If you start seeing, we really want this to meet all the way at the end. It should be about 60, I believe. Oops, we grabbed the wrong one here. Okay. And it should be about 18 of them. Let's double check. So if we see we have about 60.05. We have 18. This meets just about where we need it to be. We can hit OK for our rectangular pattern. If you need to edit it, you see this little icon here. You could double click here and edit if you needed to. All right, we're going to finish the sketch. We're going to extrude, and we're going to click on our surface, and we're going to click all these little teeth. Technically, you could have extruded it separately and then patterned it, but either way. Okay, and this is just going to be 1 millimeter. And that's the blade. That piece is done. All right, so right now we're just going to make things visible again. We're going to come and select our main component, come to the home view, and these are all of our pieces. We still need to put some pieces joint together, and I would also suggest changing the appearance for our little blade here to maybe one of our metals. I have no real preference, but let's say we wanted something like aluminum. Remember, you can click and drag to change your appearances. And this is it for this part. We will go through actually joining it next time.